I have had many, many requests for this comparison, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm sure this will please many of you. Dorian Yates of 1997, Ronnie Coleman of 2007. If you've never taken note of that before, these guys retired exactly 10 years apart. Very interesting. So which one retired with more dignity? Which of their last physiques were better? I mean, this is the front relaxed position, but I would wager to say both gentlemen do not look their best. Dorian, a little bit bloated in the midsection, I must say, with all due respect. Missing a bicep. Both arms not very granular, let's just say. And Ronnie Coleman, that torn lat. I mean, yes, it's only one thing, but it is such a glaring omission, I am here to tell you. Ronnie Coleman, he has the muscle and the legs for sure. Definitely winning on that aspect. But we'll see as the poses progress. And it looks like a definite Ronnie Coleman victory so far. So far. We know in bodybuilding you can't go by one pose at all. But the physique, the actual physique of Dorian, I would say looks better. Aside from the better quads of Ronnie, Dorian is winning in the midsection. Lats, maybe the chest, nah. Ronnie's winning in the chest. Forget about that. But Dorian has more flow. It's just more aesthetic. But when you put the arms into the category, oh my soul, Dorian displays. Oh, don't even look. For you Dorianites, you might want to go have your protein shake now. Just not what I would call a highlight reel moment for a Dorianite, or for Dorian Yates, for that matter. But for a Dorian Yates hater, this is prime stuff, guys. Ronnie Coleman wins the front double, but he is definitely losing this front lat spread. Dorian Yates? Wow, Dorian. He looks fantastic. Aside from that bicep, which really does not play any part in this shot, this is a prime-time Dorian Yates. He was every bit as good as he was ever here in 1997 in this front lat spread. Those lats look, I don't know, they stick out. What would be a good name for that? They're Dorian-esque. I'm just joking. That's already a phrase. Dorian invented that with those lats. Ronnie Coleman falling to pieces. He falls. I won't subject you to the rest of that. So, tied 1-1. Go to the side chest pose. And this is interesting because why? Because this is sometimes a toss-up between these two, depending on the version. I would definitely say Ronnie Coleman. Now, if I said the front lat spread, Dorian looks every bit as good in his last days, I would say, here's a different one here, I guess, right in the middle of my speech. Ronnie Coleman looks just as good in the side chest pose to his very last days on the stage. Look how good his pec is filled out there. Very nice indeed. Side tricep. No, this is usually always a Dorian pose. It can't be usually if it's always. I contradict myself sometimes. It's like saying you're the tallest, shortest man in the room. Well, I am. I'm alone. Anyway, ladies and germs, this is a definite Dorian Yates pose. Then, and it is now, hard to get the sizes correctly because Dorian is bending at the knees quite substantially. But he knows how to display that tricep. Food for thought here in the physique. Ronnie looks just as good, but it's that tricep itself. Very invisible for Ronnie Coleman. Turn around, and this is where it matters. These guys both known for their backs. The greatest backs of all time. So which one carried their back into the dying days? 97 or 2007? I think it's obvious, guys. I think it's clear. Dorian Yates. This is a crisp Christmas tree. Ronnie Coleman missing some lats. Probably beating Dorian in the lag and glute department, though. Rear lat spread. Now, this is definitely a Dorian Yates pose. Those missing lats of Ronnie Coleman, definitely his His right lat, gone. His left lat, definitely not what it used to be. The lat insertion's pretty much gone. Dorian Yates, on the other hand, his traps are probably more mountainous than they've ever been. So actually, maybe even beating Ronnie Coleman in the top of the traps. And that was Ronnie Coleman's strong part, was the top of the traps. And I have to say, I am very impressed with Dorian Yates in that aspect. He really was improving in the back development. Here's the rear double bicep. And the width of Ronnie Coleman here, very impressive. I might have screwed the sizes up here. I don't know. I think I might have made Ronnie a little bit too big, but it doesn't really matter. Again, look at those traps. Even in the tops of the traps of Dorian Yates, he is missing the biceps. I could see a real Dorian hater and a Ronnie Colemanite giving this one to Coleman just based on the arms. But I'm not going to do that, guys. I'm not going to do that because if you know me and my judging, I always stick to my guns. It gets me into trouble, gets you guys to hate me sometimes. I pick Phil Heath. But wouldn't you rather me be who I am than just pick who I think you guys want me to pick? Doesn't make sense to me. Ab and thigh shot all the way, a Dorian Yates pose. He could pull off a pretty good ab and thigh shot, and I have to say, Dorian, his face here, he looks like one of those, like a big rooster cock, like a big rooster to protect the female hens. You know what I mean? He is from England. He's from Worcestershire, England, I believe. And of course, Ronnie, the big Texan, the big man, big mantelpiece. Anyway, enough with those just quote-unquote tasteless jokes. Very tasteless. Definitely Dorian getting the ab and thigh. But definitely, on the other hand, Ronnie Coleman is getting the most muscular? Yeah. I'm just actually used to Dorian looking much worse in this pose. The 1997 Dorian Yates gets a lot of bad press because of that one shot, that front double bicep pose. And his arms do look atrocious, even in this pose, but at first glance, you don't really notice them. And I can see Dorian's point, kind of. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, he is your winner in this comparison, is Dorian Yates. Ronnie Coleman was just falling to pieces. His lat, it's a very... Dorian Yates' bicep gone. That's a very glaring omission as well, but I don't know. I just feel that Dorian Yates was just better in the back development, and I don't know, Ronnie had better quads, things of that nature. But all along, Dorian had the calves. He was just a little bit better, I believe. So, give me your opinions in the comment section below. Do you think Dorian Yates won this one? Or do you think Ronnie Coleman actually pulled through with the victory? Which one do you believe finished off in their better condition? Which one's the real king? Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Hit thumbs up, subscribe. Have a good day.